Hey guys, what's going on? We got another Mythic Plus video, and we are doing a plus 14 Darkflame Cleft. Now, normally I would have done a key that I didn't stream, but as of lately, all my shaman keys have been on stream, and I tried to do a 14 Priory of the Sacred Flame today, but it didn't quite work out, and so I decided, you know what, we did a 14 Darkflame, let's do that one. And so this first part is going to be sped up, but after all my talking and random stuff, it will be slowed back down and you'll be able to hear our random conversations and stuff. And just be warned, all of it is jokes towards each other. We've been playing for quite a few years together, so everybody is familiar with how we treat each other. So don't worry about that. But anyways, there's something I wanted to talk about, and that is enhancements kind of fantasy, I guess, or class design necessarily. I like in a way, I feel like Enhance needs a reskin. And I don't mean a full rework where everything needs change. I mean, our Maelstrom spenders need to be different in a sense. Because right now, I really feel like we're just a melee elemental shaman. And I feel like other people have gotten that way too. And it doesn't really feel good. Now, I've always said the iterations of Legion and Warlords of Draenor felt, or not Warlords of Draenor, whatever was after Legion. Maybe that was Warlords. I don't know. But anyways, oh, BFA, that's what it was. Um, those felt really cool and really like it really felt like Enhance had an identity. And then we went back to Maelstrom, and don't get me wrong, this type style of Enhance is great. It's just it doesn't feel too far different from playing Elemental. You're just in melee range rather than at range, right? So I think if they could redesign the spec, and I know this might sound goofy, but make Enhance a melee only version. Obviously, I think they should keep Ascendance gaining the range, but remove the range from Lightning Bolt, remove the range from Tempest, Chain Lightning, and stuff like that, and then make them a melee type of style, like Lightning Strike, where you imbue your weapon with nature damage and you smash a target, or like Forked Lightning instead of Chain Lightning, stuff like that. I don't know. I just feel like something needs to change so that way we don't just feel like a melee elemental shaman, because right now they just play too similar and it's kind of frustrating. And obviously, Legion and BFA had their fair share of issues with their iteration, but I felt like it really matched the fantasy of being an enhanced shaman. Now, I do like Maelstrom, and the reason why I feel like they should change the way the abilities work. I don't know how I got hit by a cart here, but I did. Honestly, it didn't look like it did, but I did. Maelstrom, to me, especially with the indicator that they have, it's like you're charging up essentially to blast the target. So I feel like we could put that charge into a weapon or something like that, rather than doing like a lightning bolt or a chain lightning. Like, one of the things that I really like is Primordial Storm. I think that is a key ability that enhancement has now that really shows, or that really feels like enhance. I don't know. Like, I think that's the perfect style of what a Maelstrom spender should be and look like, right? A melee ranged elemental attack with your weapons and doing storm strike damage or frost strike or flame strike damage, right? Imbuing both element damage and physical damage. I think that'd be great. But, obviously not everything can be fixed right away or changed, but I do feel like they are kind of mixing elemental and enhanced together, and we're not really seeing the diversity between the two. Because when I look at a warrior, a spec that, or a class that really you wouldn't think could really change based on two different DPS versions, really does. Because one, you have Fury, which builds rage to unleash a seriously devastating attack, right? So you bloodthirst, raging blow, and then you unleash a devastating rampage. And then you have arms, which plays completely different, where you don't stock up on rage, you constantly spend it to hack and slash your target pretty quickly. It's two totally different play styles, but when I look at Enhanced Elemental, it doesn't really feel too different, honestly, as of late. Like, maybe I'm the only one, maybe I'm crazy, but yeah, that's how I felt lately, and it's kinda saddening to see. But I understand that Legion and BFA, they came with their fair share of issues, but I think they could take some of the kind of ideas behind those iterations and put them towards a new version of Enhance. Because, like, it would be cool to have more abilities like Primordial Storm. Like, Primordial Storm, honestly, is so cool. It really is. You're doing this wicked tornado of elemental damage. Now, obviously, I don't think every ability should do crazy AoE damage, but it could do something where it's targeted damage. You sh- imbue your weapon with nature and you strike the target. Imbue it with frost damage, doing a cone or whatever. Like, just something that isn't the same as elemental. Because to me, elemental is a spell slinger type where it's kind of like fire mage and maybe frost mage, where you're more or less sending instant cast, but you're doing these spells. You're not really sitting there casting. And that's the same playstyle as enhancement right now. Even though we're in melee range, a lot of our damage comes from spell slinging, using chain lightning, lightning bolt. So, and they recently did a big change where our generators are now doing more damage. We've seen it with Storm Strike and Lava Lash. And Totemic is a bit more different, but Stormbringer to me has felt more like Elemental, which is kind of a shame. But honestly, I don't really like Lava Lash all that much. But the Totemic version has its own issues where Maelstrom isn't prioritized, which I don't think is right, but it is what it is. And then you have classes that are more of a spell caster, like warlocks and arcane mage and stuff like that, right? Where they sit there and they cast spells on and on and on. Majority of their damage requires them to sit there casting rather than these instant blasts of big damage. So that's one of the things that I don't know, I've been thinking about as of late that's kind of frustrated me just a little bit. I honestly I understand that Enhanced just received a fairly big rework with Totemic changing and a lot of our talents, and we've seen quite a significant change since Dragonflight. And for instance, Shadowlands, we've seen big changes. But yeah, it's something that has been on my mind as of late, and I really do hope they take a look at it because Enhance really needs an identity as of late. To me, I would really like to know what Blizzard's idea behind Enhance actually is. Like, rarely ever when we see developer notes or anything like that on the reworks and stuff, we don't see what their idea is behind the class fantasy. What should it feel like? And to me, enhance is an imbuement melee striker. Like, you're using the elements to power your weapons to do massive and devastating physical type damage. That's enhanced to me, right? And you also, like, you charge up Maelstrom. I know early on it was like all Wind Fury, and then Maelstrom came in, and now you got a little bit of spell casting. But with the way Maelstrom has developed, it's become less of a RNG resource and more of a Storm Strike 5 times, send a lightning bolt. Storm Strike 5 times, send a lightning bolt, right? And it used to be like mash your melee buttons until you can charge up enough to get lightning bolt. And it felt a bit different, but it was, even then, it was coming close to elemental, right? And as we've seen it progress, we've gotten cool new abilities such as Voltic Blaze, which is just an AoE earth shock. Don't get me wrong, I like Voltic Blaze. I think it's a really, really cool ability, doing that AoE flame shock as well. Primordial Wave Change is really good, but the Primordial Storm is bang on the money. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I really like it. Crash Lightning, for instance, really cool, really does fit into the whole enhance thing. But they've taken out things like lightning shield, where your auto attacks and melee attacks have a chance to trigger it, dealing a bit of extra nature damage. Apologies for that. It was a bit of a hiccup. Um, so I would really like to see them go back to that. And I know I've been kind of just talking in circles and stuff like that, but hopefully what I'm saying makes sense, and maybe you guys don't agree with me, maybe you do, but let me know your thoughts on it. But anyways, that is it for my commentary or discussion or whatever you want to call this thing that I do every time I do these videos. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on everything Enhance as of late, whether it's you like the class fantasy and where it's going, or if you think it could change, because I truly do wish they would kind of go back to more of an imbuement style rather than a casting style. But anyways, guys, hope you enjoy. Please let me know your thoughts, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Laters!
Unbelievably blue eyes, and the dude was talking to her, and she was like, "Hey, my boobs are down here, thank you."
I was just thinking about that in my head. Not that exact thing, but like some girl saying that.
That's funny.
I don't know. Just a sentence you don't usually hear. Anyways, Gare, how's the 2-target life?
Terrible.
Oh.
I also, you know, got stunned.
I'm making him dizzy.
CD, so it was very good.
Didn't work. Ah, so you failed.
Why was he? What? He can't even hurt you. I just did it for the lulz.
Okay, well, I need 13 seconds before my CD's up.
Well, you're gonna have 13 seconds before we kill this guy, so.
Yeah.
I need 30 seconds before boss.
Forever.
Pyro pummel.
I'm pumping on this pack.
You are.
Look at me go.
You're welcome.
I'd only be doing double that as dev, but you know, we wouldn't be having nearly as much fun.
We stacky stack?
Oh yeah, we stacky stack.
Here we go. Here's the gun. Good luck.
He doesn't need luck. This is motherfucking Val Chains.
Who's it? Okay. Coco?
Almost walked right into that. That would have been awkward.
I got this
over
one.
Here.
Move.
Stacking?
Ooh, that's not good.
Try to axe that one if we can.
No, that's gone.
Careful, Val. Val, move.
Okay, I have these two.
And then move quickly.
Oh, we missed one. Oh, that's not good.
What? How do we miss one?
What? How? It was like literally right there.
Okay, we'll just have to... Unless you can get all 3 of those.
Somebody
yeah, I think
can.
he can.
Yeah, I got him.
Yeah. There's, unfortunately, one out there.
Oh,
Yeah, it'll go away. It will go away.
It's not gonna work. There's one in the way.
Oh fuck.
Just stay out there, stay out there.
Yeah, stay and just grab it.
Get a bit closer to that one, Val. Oh, no, good. Never mind.
Read my Evan Light.
You are amazing, Darcy.
Shit, I'm not doing anything. You should be talking about Val. He's the one actually working right now.
No, you got the hardest candle and came back in time. I got 2. Both of these go forward.
Boss should die here.
Just gonna kill, right?
Bye-bye.
Finish him!
Hell yeah. Shit, that wasn't even hard.
Let him drink. Do you
3
need to
million
drink?
exactly.
He's a shaman. He's good.
Exactly 3 million. Yeah, he's got my buff. He doesn't need mana.
Excuse me, sir. Yeah, hit Dom.
Oh,
All right.
Just go with the cart. No need to hit them yet. Ah, go. Okay.
But I need damage. I do big number.
Number go big.
Okay. Oh no.
Yeah. The volley is on the ceiling, guys.
nice.
It's a ceiling volley. The
The
newest.
downside of mouse over macros.
True. But I don't use them anymore.
Yeah, I just
Wait,
use
so
mouse over.
You don't
is
use
hard.
them anymore because Blizzard gave you a talent that does it for you.
Every
is
single totem I
bullshit.
have doesn't have that.
You know what honestly makes me have the hardest time playing Shaman, besides the guide readers that don't know what the fuck they're typing?
What?
Where do you put your totems
Everywhere.
when you're not using
I'm in
them?
danger.
Yeah, the cart's not gonna go. Because it's at 50%, unfortunately. Oh? Okay, give it to me. Oh my
Hell
god.
yeah.
I can't hear you, dude. What
Are
is
you
it?
hiding?
9 SFT 95.
You talking to me?
Yeah.
Oh.
Why do you have such an archaic way of authentication?
Doesn't he just put it on his phone so he can look at it?
Thank you. He should, but he's not.
Wait, he uses your phone as an authenticator?
No, he uses an email. Thank you for the silence.
He
That's
doesn't
exactly
have
what I said
access
too.
to his own email?
He does, but he needs to give me the code.
Oh my
But you know, if it
god.
was just a phone, then he could
Yeah.
have just hit yes.
He works for the government. He's scared of apps. Okay.
Makes sense.
Boy.
I'm still using Signal.
I mean, at this point, we can use it for top secret material. Why not?
Are you in any group chats that you weren't aware of before?
You want Resto Druid?
I'm in one
Yeah, I think.
that has got a lot of people in it, so I just like to monitor and never ever say anything.
Hell yeah.
That's what that fucking journalist should have done.
Okay, bye,
Think
cart.
about, like,
Fucking dick cart. The fuck?
What the f-
Where'd it go? It's already here.
all the way to the end.
It just dipped.
How did that happen?
I don't know, it literally just teleported itself. It's like I've spent way more time than I have to in that tunnel,
Yeah.
so I'm just gonna
Like, you
make
guys
an
are too fucking
executive
slow.
decision.
Yeah, not that I'm advocating for treason, but like, could you imagine if that guy was like, "Yo, Winnie the Pooh, come check this shit out. What you got? What can you give me for it?"
Yeah, I would have sold my phone.
Craigslist ad: WTS, one iPhone, 3 years old, minor damage, wear and tear, access to top secret government information.
There's walking a fine line though, because no matter how you come across classified information, if you disclose it, then you're just as guilty as the first person.
Even though they're not.
Culpable, I should say. Not guilty. The president's the one person who can declassify anything at any time.
Guilty.
Grump, out of curiosity, how many stacks is sustainable here? Like, how often do you need this build?
Sustainable? I mean, anything over like 5 or 6 is pretty
Okay.
bad.
Let me tell you, if it's a prot warrior, just fucking slam that shit on cooldown.
Yep. Yeah, I
Don't
can't
ask
do
me how I
shit.
know.
Oh man, we're like way short.
Yeah, you suck.
Don't ask me how I know, right, Sorgal?
Yeah. That repair bill was massive.
I think we're still short. Are we?
Well, a
1, 2,
couple small guys. It should be
3%.
at least
Yeah.
99, so...
Yeah. I think we're like 0.5% short, maybe.
It'd just be a small
Yep.
guy.
Okay, yeah, we're good.
Yeah, a lot of people are freaking out over the add-on debate.
I mean, it would be okay if they made the game where you didn't need them, but
Yeah.
we know that's not going to
We all
happen.
know that's not how that's gonna go.
All right, real deal.
I'm gonna hold CD for 24 seconds until Lust is up.
Time to get a candle.
Somebody yell at me if I do something wrong here.
Wait, what the fuck?
Thank you. Oh.
Candle.
Get out.
Oh, we're going that way.
We're really far away. I don't really have
Oh.
a thing.
Oh no.
Yeah, you're too far away from the candles. Can you make back in time? Yeah, it's easier if you did it in the back of the room because that's where all the candles are at.
We did it!
Oh yeah.
Oh, back to Floodgate, baby! Oh, I got the mount this time.
Wait, what? I don't think I have the mount.
So
Like
ugly.
every 3 runs, somebody gets it.